Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who's with us for just about every stream. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day or every time we stream for hours at a time, and I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Even if you're just coming by to say hello, give a thumbs up, or hang out in the background. I know we've got a few friends that do that. Cool Gamer and Jaden might be in the background right now. Kermidge in Alaska is a completely off-grid, soon-to-be Airbnb homestead run by Rob, Sarah, and Zeus. And they bring all kinds of homesteading content on their channel. We find a lot of homesteading channels come through the Tuber Chat family, and I group a lot of other categories together with homesteading. These creators seem to have a generosity in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. They bring us about a 50-50 split in most cases between indoor content, do-it-yourself videos, cooking, canning, and these types of preservation and self-sufficiency ideas, and then a lot of outdoor content, including gardening, tips and tricks, and then looking after the homestead. So Kermidge in Alaska brings videos frequently. As we can see, they got a brand new one with a beautiful view of the northern lights there. I'm just going to put that into a special playlist I have called Catch Up, and that helps me keep caught up with creators somewhat. When we look at shorts videos on this channel, we see that mix of indoor and outdoor content with some famous Alaskan snow. They're getting close to 2,000 views on their shorts videos. That'll likely happen in not too long. They're doing a lot of live weather streams right now, and there's always people coming in and out of those streams. I've caught them many times, and then we get a chance to hang out and get to know them every Monday when they do their Monday Night Live. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kermidge in Alaska. They are very close, dangerously close to 700 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. I'm just going to spin the wheel. We'll get our first channel up onto the screen. I see that Doof Paranormal is coming in with a super chat. Thank you for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. Of course, absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciate it here. And for that reason, we'll look at that channel next. The Bullock Experience is coming up. They've actually got a couple of channels. We'll do some introductions in a quick second here. Big Dude has been a member for 6 months. He dropped a highlighted milestone message in the chat, and those are a free bonus for anybody who's an official member on any channel where they are enabled. You get one of those every month. They fly through the chat like a super chat, but they're colored green for the members. And then thank you so much. Yes, Doof Paranormal. The holidays are here. Just Jason, Keto, and more's got a series of videos that started yesterday also that are celebrating 12 days of chaffles. As a matter of fact, we'll get a good look at his channel today. We're going to go and raid into his live stream. He'll be live before we finish today, but he's usually on for a good 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll go over there in about 3 hours from now. So Doof Paranormal will come up next. Ree's Blissful Connections happens to be a gold member, so we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, and we'll do a check soon to make sure our robots are working. I've got Rushing Wind Mountain and Via Speaks Royally on the wheel. She was live earlier as well. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is on the wheel. Just Jason, Keto, and more's on there, of course. Scratch and PPA is in the pole position as always. He's one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube, and Michael's Adventures will send his regard. He can't be here every day just due to a work schedule, but he always wants us to know he's thinking about us, and he is another of the most supportive creators that I've met literally in 6.5 years. We've got quite a few other channels in the chat. Fatman James Fishing, good to see you here. Cooking with Ned is in the house. Anthony J was first in the door, so thank you for coming in so early. And hopefully I won't miss anybody. Creative Beauty Butterfly is here. Chill Slots just walked in. Maniac Buds is also here. And Ozark Paranormal. It's good to see you all in the chat. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Chocolate Drop's been added to the wheel. Goldie is here. Good to see you in the house. And thank you everybody for coming in. We've been doing our streams as pop-ups for the last couple of months, but in January we're going to change things up a bit, including how the wheel works. So I hope everybody will read our video description. I updated it a few days ago, and we'll look forward to seeing more new channels on the chat and busier live streams when we get back to posting on social media and publishing in advance, if that makes sense. So the next channel that we're looking at on the screen is the Bullock Experience. He's been with us a long time. I consider some of these channels to come from the homesteading community, although this is a channel that brings us fishing first, and we have a lot of channels that bring outdoor content, even fishing channels like Anthony J in the house as well. Now the Bullock Experience brings us video shorts and live streams. I'm just going to take their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm looking at the shorts on the channel, and these have gotten into 2,800, 3,200 views and beyond. And then when we look at live streams, we see that he's got a Wednesday night series. I finally caught one of these, not last week, not yesterday, the week before. Hopefully I'll catch more and more of these as my work season after next week has to come to a close, for the most part. But it's great to see the consistency on this channel. I'm also going to show you his gaming channel, Gaming Experience, with Kelly. And this is where he brings video gameplay, both in shorts, videos, and live streams. He's mixing up different titles here, which is really, really cool. He'll get an idea after a while of what's vibing with the audience. You get an idea of some of the moments that cut good shorts. He's got one of these already at 1,500 views, and then when we get into live streams, we see more variety in the titles that are being played here. So he's been a long-time, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Hopefully everybody will connect with him, and he's been with me for about 4 years. That's Ace Flaw 1. Chris's Creation Fun and his wife Tiffany are both in the house. I always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We're going to put another channel up on the screen right away right now. Doof Paranormal, which is Karin from Australia, dropped a super chat in the house. We always put them on the screen right away in order. And then after a long period of time, usually about 2 hours or so, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of our live stream. Rambling with the Brooms is in the house. Good to see you here. He is a member and a moderator, so I'll get him onto the wheel right now. Steve and Tina Juel, good to see you here also. Yellow Shirt Dad is also a member. We'll get them on the wheel. We'll get back to spinning in another moment here. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Doof Paranormal, Karin from Australia, is sorting fact from fiction on their channel. They're bringing history, research, and truth. The idea is if we want to know, they want to know. They talk about the unexplained. So truth, no fakery, and hopefully even beyond. So I'll leave it to you to read the about section there. When we get into videos, we see actually they got a premiere coming up today, a few hours after Tuber Chat, right after, not too long after Just Jason Keto and More goes live tonight. He's also dropping a premiere, by the way, at 7:30. I'm assuming he's dropping a premiere and then going live immediately after or during, and then we'll go in there and catch him, and then Doof Paranormal will be on later tonight. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so these are my local times, of course, right? When we get into videos, we see Doof Paranormal is posting occasionally. She's got a very quick one here. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well. Pardon me. Now, I always set the notifications for everything that I see. We all do this for premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. It's me, Alec. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Doof Paranormal Shorts, one of the things I talk about often with this channel particularly is the idea that when we're posting shorts, we might consider the idea of putting more production value than average into our shorts. When you think about the time it takes to make a video, film it, produce it, and add effects and different things that we all seem to do, it's a shame to put out these shorts videos and not do the same thing. And I've put out about 50 of them now. I've lost count how many it is. None of mine have really done anything spectacular, but I haven't put the production value into them that I'm talking about. But when we roll over one of these from Karin from Australia, Doof Paranormal here, you get an idea of what I'm talking about here, special effects. I never watch videos while we're live streaming, but you get an idea of what I'm talking about. So I hope you'll check these out. And then when we get into live stream, she goes live frequently. So it looks like lately she's been on every few days, usually at least once a week, if not twice or more. So hopefully everybody will catch Doof Paranormal. And I see tomorrow they're going to do a live stream as well. So hopefully we'll catch that also. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing countless times before. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen, and that whopping super chat took over our stream boss position all in one fell swoop there. That is widget that's included with Streamlabs under my camera. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over get some extra exposure for their channel. That will be Doof Paranormal for a while. So Canadian Family Life is coming up from New Brunswick. We'll look at her husband's channel in another second. I see Mitchie Buu came into the chat. Thank you for being here, and hopefully again I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Oh, yes, I see. Only the first video in the series is a premiere. You must have mentioned that the other day, Just Jason, Keto, and more. I thought you put one up yesterday, or was I mistaken? That's okay. We'll catch those after. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Good to see you here. Jesse Miller, Unboxings, and More is also in the house. Now, Sam is a member and a moderator, along with the Stock Explorer. So we'll put their channels onto the wheel right now. We'll get back to spinning in another moment here. And I haven't mentioned it yet, so if anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mona Did What is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on the wheel. Or on their channel. I've put them on the wheel. And then, yeah, Canadian Family Life. The wheel seems to be warming up to you more and more every stream lately. DJ's Family and Friends Travel and More. Good to see you in the house. Pedrosa Travel is a longtime friend as well. Good to see you here. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have been added to the wheel also. So when we look at Canadian Family Life, I see they've dressed up their banner for the holidays, which is great to see. They're participating in Vlogmas. So I just want to mention something about that right away. When we see channels that take part in series like Halloween or Vlogmas and other types of collaborations that are out there, I don't want anybody to get too worried about the idea of rules, right? Like, you know, you might go and film a bunch of Vlogmas videos, find that you can't make one, and then want to stop, and that's fine. I don't do them because I can use every excuse in the book, but I feel like my schedule won't allow it. And so, I'm always happy to see creators that are able to do it, but I just don't want anybody to get too worried about these things. There's no real rules when it comes to whether you do Vlogmas or not, whether you do series or not. Everybody's going to be happy to see as many videos as you're going to put out, especially in this community. And I promise you right now, if you were to put out a bunch of videos for Vlogmas and then all of a sudden find that you couldn't continue the series, your friends, which is basically everybody here, if I could speak for everyone, I would say they would probably tell you, don't worry about it. Just film whatever you can. We're going to be there to support you anyway. So I just wanted to put that out there. Amulet Spells might be a brand new channel in the chat, so it's good to see you here. I think we've got a couple new channels so far. Hopefully everybody's feeling welcome. Everybody here will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And forgive me, I'm mistaken. Amulet Spells is a channel that we already know. I wonder if they renamed their channel. or if I'm mistaken about that. I'm just curious more than anything else. But thank you for the well wishes. Hopefully you're doing as well, or hopefully you're doing well also. So when we're looking at Canadian family life, we see a creator that brings us grocery hauls, they bring us cooking videos, they bring us container gardening, and they give us a look at the family behind the channel. They do a lot of shout outs, they've gotten involved in Happy Mail videos, they're taking part in Vlogmas. So I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've put up. They've been going daily, which is great to see. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up. And then when we get into shorts, we see they're doing well at 2,400 and 2,500 views and beyond. When we get into live streams, they bring these out occasionally, but they've got one coming up on, I think, Sunday, so a special Christmas party on the 17th, so I hope everybody will join them for that. I've already got my notification bell on, and of course, Canadian Family Life is already monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Chris's Creation Fun is Tiffany's husband from Canadian Family Life. And Chris is bringing us 3D printing so far. He's expanding the content shortly. And I'm just getting a couple of channels on the wheel here in between time before I talk about Chris's content. Home Bartending with John is coming up. And Dee's Garden Adventures is here. Natalie Nicole's ASMR. I think she's been premiering daily, if I'm right. Natalie Nicole's ASMR has been putting out a lot of videos. And then Chris's Creation Fun, like I said, renamed the channel recently so that they could expand their content. But they started with 3D printing, and they've already brought us videos and a couple of shorts for that. So we'll look forward to more content here. Again, these creators are from New Brunswick. Chris has got 47 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him a little bit farther on the road to the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So next up is Rambling with the Brooms, and this is another fellow Canadian, and he happens to be a little bit closer to our nation's capital, about 4 or 6 hours away from me. In the meantime, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I see Woman Outdoors in the house. I noticed you have another video, which I have not seen yet, which is the tent that goes on the back of the truck. You went for a camping trip, I believe. I saw the thumbnail pass by, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet. But I believe she did a review of that. I've looked at those kind of tents. I'm not one to go camping often, ever at all. But if I was to, and I've done a lot of camping when I was younger, I would think about that. I happen to drive a pickup truck, and they've got these tents now that kind of lay out in the bed of the truck, so you're way up off the ground and everything else. Ground doesn't bother me, but I know some people can be uncomfortable with the idea of typical tents, the way that I might remember them from 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. Rambling with the Brooms is up right now. This is Scott, and this is a creator that I also consider to come to us from the homesteading community of channels, where we see a lot of creators that have generosity at the forefront of their minds, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. And Charinator, good to see you in the house. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, speaking of generosity, thank you so much for the super chat. She's done that countless times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, and we'll look at that channel next for that reason. When we look at Rambling with the Brooms and a lot of other creators like the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch there, I group a lot of creators together when I talk about homesteading. So farming, ranching, gardening, hiking, fishing, camping, almost any kind of outdoor channel, even though, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these creators bring us about 50% indoor content. Lots of do-it-yourself videos, lots of here's how we do it, lots of recipes, lots of tips and tricks for canning and things like that. One of our homesteading friends, I feel bad, I forget which channel it was, not too long ago, just did a video where they had made chili, which is one of my favorite things to make, and they put it in canning jars. And I don't know why I don't think of these things. It's so obvious, right? But what a great way to preserve, and you got a portion or two at a time. These are the kind of things that these creators will help us with. Rambling with the Brooms also gets into product reviews and shows us how he makes the famous Canadian maple syrup that he does in the Sugar Shack often. Thank you, Charinator, for another super chat for yourself and First Floor Audio. I'm not sure if Lee's here right now, but that's okay. And then Charinator's done that many, many, many times. When we look at Rambling with the Brooms, we see some shorts here that feature some famous Canadian weather as well. Stuff that he might have already experienced. I haven't been hit with that yet in Toronto and Niagara. Rambling with the Brooms is working on 2,500 subscribers right now, but the shorts have already gotten into thousands of views. One at 7,700, which is great to see. When we look at live streams, we know that he's live every single week on Thursday and Friday as a minimum. But as well, he's got a lot of StreamYard panels like this where he introduces us to other creators. He's always been an advocate for helping others grow. He collaborates, and he is willing to drive hundreds of miles, literally, to collaborate with others. So when we look at Rambling with the Brooms, we see a special project that he's got going on as well. This Cruise in Alaska 25 is a collaboration with Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead, where they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters for a cruise that's going to go from Seattle to Alaska in August of 2025 for a week. So there's lots of information on both of their channels, but Rambling with the Brooms will bring us both videos and live streams and talk about it often. So that's just one example of some of the things that they do, but you can catch them, like I said, every Thursday and Friday for live streams, and he's here with us frequently in Tuber Chat as well. So that's Rambling with the Brooms. I hope everybody will connect with him. Of course, he's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He is a moderator and a member, and like I keep saying about our moderators, all of them here are a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. And there you go. Yeah, it sees... Pedrosa Travels making a comment just about shorts. So shorts can be a driver of views and of subscribers, as a matter of fact. Most creators here in the Tuber Chat family are bringing variety into their shorts regardless of the niche or category of the channel. Lots of people have variety channels. Even my personal channel is just a variety channel, right? You can post anything there. It doesn't take away from anything. But where we find the best success from shorts is in a niche channel where the shorts complement the long form content. YouTube's given us new tools now. So for every shorts video that you make, you can go in and link to a long form video. So for instance, if Rambling with the Brooms was to do a shorts video about the Cruise in Alaska 25, he could link to this video or any of the live streams that he's already done. If somebody's watching the shorts video and wants more information, YouTube tells them, hey, click over here and you'll get a longer video. So that's just an idea. Thank you, First Floor Audio. I bring it every day is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Steve and Tina Juel, I think I said hello earlier, and I see we've got some more activity in the chat here. Mitchell and Doll and Mitchie Buu, by the way, in the chat are the same creator. They're longtime friends of ours. And then Chef Shapino, you're making me laugh. Thank you very much for the kind words, and for the humor, of course, and for the gifted memberships. That's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Scratch Master, Natalie Nicole's ASMR, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, I Bring It Every Day in Fairbrick Studio, are all going to be happy to have those. They are all incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters themselves. Mitchie Buu is also dropping a super chat. So we're going to look at these channels shortly. What we're going to do right now is take a quick break for about 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll look at this list of channels. We've got the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and Charinator that both dropped super chats with Mitchie Buu, and right in the middle, Chef Shapino dropped those gifted memberships. So we'll look at his channel. We treat those membership gifts like super chats these days. I'll sort our wheel out with any of those recipients that are still in the chat. I see Derpy Playground is here as well. And then we'll be back. So let's go. 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back. That break seemed to go pretty quick. It's the Bankroll's been added to the wheel with I Bring It Every Day, and I added a couple of sections onto the wheel. Some of you will be able to see it. I know it's difficult if you're on a phone, but Clear the Wheel has been added, and I've added another section called Add a Name. So when Add a Name comes up, I'll pick somebody out of the chat who's been with us engaged in conversation. I've got a robot keeping track of all that stuff in the background. Get somebody on a little bit faster than we otherwise might have. And Clear the Wheel means that when that section comes up, which is random, I will wipe the wheel out and reload with any members subscribers that are in the chat at the time. That also speeds up our live stream as well. So we've got quite a few channels to go through right now. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up. This is Susan. She does a series of live streams every Wednesday. I haven't been able to catch her lately either. Just every time I say, since September now, that my work week is gonna calm down, I get surprises, and it looks like we're gonna still be at it for the most part up until the end of next week. So it's still kind of up in the air, but I look forward to catching the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch because she really engages with the audience, but also wants to inspire us in a spiritual way while we're there. Now, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, like I said, is Susan. You see her on all the thumbnails here. She's working on 1,400 subscribers. She's got a brand new video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I caught her the other day. It was for a premiere. She was decorating the Christmas tree. I thought that was a great video. Pete was there. We were both in the chat, and you know, even in premieres you get a chance to conversate with everybody, get to know people and things like that, but it's always wonderful to see everybody supporting each other in that way. I'm putting another couple of names on the wheel here. Zombie Gaming Jory is here. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead has come in. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, I think I put you on a long time ago. I'm not sure if I actually said hello or not. Now, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is a homesteading channel, for argument's sake. More indoor content than outdoor content from Susan, but she brings a typical variety that we expect from a homesteading channel and gives us a really great look into her life behind the channel as well. I've been fortunate enough to hang out with her many times, but the way she even presents on a premiere is very personable. And I think this is where we get to know creators as well, almost in vlogging style videos like that one thrifting through Christmas the other day. When we look at the shorts on the channel, we see that these have started to move into 700 and 800 views and beyond. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The Wrestling World Podcast, good to see you here, by the way. Thanks for coming in. And Susan has got live streams here as well. Now, I talked about this, the idea that she's on usually every Wednesday. She brings on StreamYard panelists. She often has music. She starts with a devotional and talks about newsworthy content as well. She's dialing a little bit of that back because, as most of us understand, YouTube is not a platform for free speech completely. So we got to be careful. And I can tell everybody here, even on my personal channel, I have received a community guideline strike because of words that were said in a speech during a political rally. So when we say things that we shouldn't say, then we can get in trouble for that. So we have to be careful, but this is the arena we play in, so we stay within the boundaries. Butler Family Farm, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, but I'm looking forward to catching the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch again. She dropped a super chat, so we put her channel on the screen right away. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. And next up is going to be First Floor Audio. Now, this is interesting because Charinator is somebody who's an incredibly supportive creator, as is First Floor Audio. But Charinator actually dropped a super chat for the two of these channels, which is an absolutely fine thing to do. Absolutely generous, of course. Not necessary here, but appreciated, of course. When we get into First Floor Audio, we see a talented performer and producer who's also monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Occasionally he'll put up a random video, but most of what he's got here are his original works as a singer and songwriter, and we can enjoy those individually. He's got a couple of shorts that were meant to promote a couple of the live streams. And when we get into these, we know that Lee is on several times a week, usually performing and producing at the same time, sometimes with StreamYard panelists on as well. I've caught him many times. He's usually on for hours and has a lot of diverse talent. What I mean by that is the idea that he can literally bust into many different genres of music, all from one to the other, and brings the audience into the content as well. So Lee comes from the UK. He's with us almost every stream. Charinator and Lee obviously are great friends, but thank you again, Charinator, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, we'll look at this channel right away. We've got a couple more to go before we start spinning the wheel again. Coastal Water is in the house, dropping a highlighted milestone message. I've got them on the wheel now as well. Scratch Master still in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now because they happen to be a member. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at what Charinator's doing on their channel, they're actually on regularly. So they post videos fairly frequently. I still have this. I must have not run my catch-up list yet from the other day, so pardon me for that. I'll definitely get it done before Saturday. That's the next time we'll stream. We'll be on at 2 p.m. Eastern. Pretty Witty and Risky, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. When we look at Charinator's channel, we see video gameplay, and he's mixing up the titles here. There's some talking head videos in the shorts, and these have started to move as well into 600, almost 700 views. Hopefully they'll continue to grow as he posts more and more. And then when we get into live streams, he's mixing up the video gameplay a little bit here. A lot of Euro Truck Simulator lately. But we'll see what he's going to continue to come up with. I've been lucky to catch him a couple of times for live streams lately. 115 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 200 we know he must be thinking about. And the next channel we're going to look at is Chef Shapino. He's actually a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He makes occasional appearances here, but came in hitting heavy hitting pretty heavy today, gifting 5 memberships there, and that's an incredibly generous thing to have done. I certainly appreciate the support myself. I'm sure all of the recipients are happy to have those, and for any of them that are in the chat today, I've got them on the wheel and will continue to put them on the wheel. Chef Shapino has got 1,700 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 1,800 they're thinking about, and this creator as well is going to bring us life, love, laughs, food, music, wisdom, and much more, but a lot of polarizing conversation as well. So what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos from a few days ago. I can put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They're doing some reviews here. When we dig through their content, we get an idea of some of the variety that they bring to their channel. They've got some shorts here as well, and some of these have done well, getting into 4,000 views and beyond. When we get into live stream, Chef Shapino's on frequently. It's been a couple of months, but I'm sure he's going to pick these right back up, and hopefully everybody will connect with him. Make sure you've got that notification bell on like we do for all creators. And Chef Shapino's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, and I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. Thank you again to our super chatters, Charinator, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, Doof Paranormal, and then Mitchie Buu as well. And thank you, Chef Shapino, for those gifted memberships again. Let's look at what Mitchie Buu and Mitchell and Doll have got going on their 2 channels. Mitchie Boo's another longtime friend. 6,000 subscribers. They're working on 6,700. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They got a few Christmas videos coming out here. I can see I'm behind, so I'm just going to grab her wine glass decor for Christmas video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat get caught up. And then as well, I see that they've got some shorts videos. Some of these have done really well, getting into 5,000, 6,000, and now almost 7,000 views. Lots of healthy looking stuff here as well. And then when we get into live streams, we see that she's been on in the past. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if she's going to pick those back up. She says, watch me cook, shop, and live my life. So a bit more vlogging content here, and we'll look at the variety on her second channel in a moment. She's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'll get Mitchell and Doll up here. These channels, of course, are brought by the same creator. You'll recognize her right away. Everyday Life allows for even more variety, and 3,400 subscribers. So hopefully we'll push her towards the 3,500. Now, I know that this creator in particular is willing to swap playlists. Now, one thing I just want to be, it's not quite transparent, but you'll know what I mean when I say it, when I want to be transparent about. We all know that no matter how much we do, and no matter how much we want to believe that other people are of the same mentality, you know, just because I say things here in Tuber Chat doesn't necessarily make them true. When it comes to the idea of swapping playlists, we know that most creators can be counted on most of the time. I'd like to think it's a little bit better than that, but we know it can't be every single person every single time. So this is why I say when we come into these live streams here, my recommendation is for anybody that's been here more than once, not to jump on brand new channels that come into the chat if you don't recognize them. It's nice to say hello. We want to start conversations with the hope of connecting, but it's a good idea. And some of our more seasoned participants here will really watch people for even weeks and months before cherry picking their connections to see who truly is going to be a loyal and dedicated supporter. So the reason why I get into this long speech about it is because when we swap playlists with other creators, we would like to think that everybody's always going to make fair trades. We would like to think it's true when we say the more you do for others, the more they will do for you. I believe it to be true, but that's a long-term play. That just means when you start today doing as much as you possibly can, going over and above, purposely knowing you're probably doing more for most people than they are even willing to do for you. After a long period of time, I'm talking not just weeks, but let's say months and longer, but I promise you, you will find that people are doing more for you than you ever expected. So I mentioned that just because I know this particular creator is willing to swap playlists. So if anybody wants to do that, just please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now, swapping playlists can be of benefit even to channels that are monetized. Two of the biggest reasons are, number one, it's a great way to start a friendship with a creator by trading favors. Secondly, when somebody runs an entire playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end. And that can bump up the averages for retention on your entire channel if you think about it when it's done many times. So I hope everybody will consider that. And then if you are willing to swap playlists, just please say so in the chat. So I've got quite a few channels to catch up with here. Karin's Life is in the house as a member and moderator. Black Guns and Gardens is here. Jeremy D-Day is in the house. Fairbrick Studio also happens to be a member, so we'll put them on the wheel. And hopefully I haven't missed anything anybody's meant for me to see in the chat. I know I miss a lot. Sheena Sales Thrifty Treasures, good to see you here. Emotion New Soul as another member and moderator in the house. So we've got them on the wheel now as well. And I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. After a long period of time, I will add names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So I know I say that all the time, but really what I mean is when you are truly engaging in real conversation with other creators in the chat, you move up a list that's controlled by a robot I've got in the background called Streamlabs. And that helps me keep track of the order in which I'm going to put channels on the wheel when it's time. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's look at Scratch Master right now. They picked up a gifted membership today. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel. We've only looked at their channel a couple of times, I think, right? I think it's been more than once, but Scratchmaster's up here now with 356 subscribers. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. Lottery ticket scratching, of course, is a huge genre and category on YouTube. I'm just going to grab their latest video, The Wheel of Luck, a special game from Massachusetts Lottery. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. I've already got it there. Again, accept my apology. I hope I didn't run my catch-up list yet. I thought I might have, but I must have not. Thank you, Butler Family Farm. And when we look at Scratch Master, we also see they've put out a short, and then they've got live streams as well. So it's been a couple of weeks, but hopefully they'll bring these right back. We've got our notification bell on always. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for every channel. So we'll spin the wheel again, and we'll see who's coming up next. Mitchie Buu took over our stream boss position already with that super chat. So thank you again, Mitchie Buu and Mitchell and Doll. That's the same creator. The stream boss is that video game life meter under my camera there. Every time somebody knocks out, or every time somebody drops a super chat or membership, it knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure. So that will be Mitchie Buu for a little while. Chocolate Drop is up here right now. This is a creator with a really popular name. So I'm going to drop her handle in the chat in case you need it. But we're really doing a great service for each other when we search, find, and click on each other's names. We'll rise up the search results over time. And then eventually, YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for each other's channels, if that makes sense. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is also dropping a gifted membership right now, so thank you for that. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is probably still in the chat. As long as she is, I'll put her onto the wheel right away. But thank you for that. We'll look at our Georgia Suburban Homestead next. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Chocolate Drop is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's been going live all the time lately. She's got a brand new video, another CVS haul. I think I got this in my catch-up list. Yeah, I didn't run it yet. I thought I ran it the other day, but I must be mistaken. I'll get that done before Saturday. And then KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. Good to see you here. When we get into shorts on Chocolate Drop's channel, we're going to see how the variety here has done. She's got quite a bit of variety like we talk about with most creators, but she brings us a variety channel. She says love life, coupons, and more, and she's got up to 2,400 and 2,500 views on a couple of these shorts, one of them over 7,700, which is great to see. Like I said, she's live frequently. Did you go live twice yesterday? You might have, right? I've caught her many times. She's always smiling, always laughing. You'll see she's got an inside joke with me, call me Mr. Customer Service everywhere we go, because I'm sure that's for my voice and the way that I talk endlessly. Chocolate Drop brings pure variety and a chance to get to know her in her live streams. I haven't caught her with a StreamYard panel yet, I don't think, but she often plays games. Like, for instance, Would You Rather is something that she's done a couple of times. I forget what she calls it. I think she had a different name for it, but it's something along those lines. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Chocolate Drop. Like I said, pure variety over here. She often brings us hauls, sometimes takes us outdoors, even for a look around some of the different stores, or I see some mukbang style activity here as well, which I haven't caught yet. And Chocolate Drop is here with us just about every single day. So I hope for everybody to get that kind of support coming back to them as well. Now, I just spun the wheel prematurely, so I Bring It Every Day is going to be the next channel that we look at. But we did have a gifted membership that was dropped, and that came from our Georgia Suburban Homestead. So I'm going to put them on the screen right away. Then we'll look at I Bring It Every Day, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. So our Georgia Suburban Homestead is another channel that's been with us every day lately. And I know not every channel can be with us every single day or for hours at a time every time we stream. I do appreciate every moment, but occasionally I like to recognize that. Now, our Georgia Suburban Homestead, obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. You can see that they're bringing typical homesteading content, both indoors, a lot of outdoors as well. They've also got some shorts on the channel, and these have started to move, getting into well over 5,000 views on a couple of these, mostly outdoors on this homesteading channel. And then when we get into live streams, lots of StreamYard panels as well, or pardon me, I say StreamYard panels, but lots of talking head live streams here as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to our Georgia Suburban Suburban, Homestead. And again, we always have notification bells on for every channel, giving us the best chance to catch each other. And then what they talk about actually is growing their own food in a residential neighborhood and trying to instill the idea that we absolutely can do that. It's a humorous about section that they've got, so I'll leave it to you to read that. But I think it's a great idea, and I'm always happy to see creators motivating and inspiring one another, even when it comes down to just simple text like that when we get to the channel, but it gives you an idea of what to expect when you get there. I Bring It Every Day is up on the screen right now. They picked up a gifted membership earlier. They've got 1,600 subscribers right now. They're working on 1,700. This is Kelly. This is a creator who introduced me to the term fiber arts or fiber crafts. I keep saying fiber crafts, but I think it's meant to be fiber arts. Am I right? And then I Bring It Every Day is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got an interesting video here. I'm just going to take this one. I'm going to put it into my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up with them. Whenever a channel's got a video on their front page like this, YouTube gives us a lot of opportunity to dress up our front page. After you've watched that, the next time you go to that creator's front page, it should have gone back into the archives. So a lot of variety here. Now, this creator can be indoors or outdoors. They do lots of StreamYard panels, but they also take us out on adventures. I've caught them many times where they're taking us to different, is it flea markets, we want to call it that, or different types of outdoor market sales. This creator's gotten into 5,000 views on several of their shorts, and then one of them almost at 9,000, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent. I've got the notification bell on for Cooking with Kelly, which is going to come up. Stuffed shells is probably something I'd enjoy greatly. And then lots of StreamYard panels like I was talking about here. It looks like she's using the Restream system over there, similar to StreamYard. Yeah, she's got quite a bit of variety going on, but she's always got an audience there. So here we go. Yes, pop-up flea market. So I've caught her many times. I'm always bothering her about vinyl records every time I catch her for one of those live streams. But hopefully you'll enjoy those as much as I do when you get there. And like I said, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we're on her channel. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Pardon me, Just Jason, Keto, and More is going to be going live in another hour and a half or so. And this creator is going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. He'll already be on for about a half an hour, but what we'll do is we'll go over there after Tuber Chat and raid in. We expect to be here for another 2 hours or so. I feel like I missed another channel coming into the chat. Did I see Hooga Homestead? I saw, yeah, there they are. Yes, Jeremy D-Day was saying hello to Hooga Homestead. Another long time friend, actually. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. When we look at Just Jason, Keto, and More, we see a creator who's constantly freshening his channel. He changes his banner and avatar frequently with new mottos or slogans for us. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. And that absolutely, I think we can agree, is true. Just Jason, Keto, and More is focused on a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And there we go, I see. So the second video dropped automatically there. I was mistaken, thinking they were going to be premieres for whatever reason, and he told me the other day what he was going to do. So I'm going to take the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up. He's doing the 12 days of chaffles. If you haven't seen chaffles already, I was introduced to them by Jason and his friends, but this is a healthy snack or meal alternative to some other ideas. Really easy to do, easy to make, and easy to customize. We say recipe. My eyes glaze over when I hear the word recipe because it sounds like work to me. But Just Jason, Keto, and More shows us things that are very quick, very easy to make, and with only a handful of ingredients that you probably already have. So I enjoy them. I'm looking forward to the series. He's got 1,200 subscribers right now, working on 1,300. Occasionally he brings us random content, but mostly it's recipes, product reviews, and he'll bring on guests. wants to share their life experience along with Jason, especially when it comes to tips, tricks, trials, and tribulations related to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Shorts on the channel have moved into thousands of views, many over 5,000, 6,000 here. One that I've seen over 22,000. And then there's a hint here, and I say this every time I talk about this channel, because these healthy looking shorts, many of them have gotten into thousands of views. So as well, live streams every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. He'll be on tonight. Like I said, we'll go in there and raid. He's already set up. And I'll drop the link for that in another hour and a half or so after he starts, so that we can go over and start trickling in. Just Jason Keto and More is getting incredibly close to his 3,000 hours of watch time. He'll be willing to swap playlists, by the way, with anybody here that would like to do that. And we'll get him a few watch minutes when we get over there tonight. As well, he will bring a lot of live streams. Sometimes he's by himself. Sometimes he's bringing a guest on. Woman Outdoors, who was in the chat, has been on his channel. I intend to collaborate with him at some point, hopefully shortly, maybe in the next month or so. And then as well, Just Jason Keto and More is literally willing to drive miles to take us out and get some extra content. He made it to Keto Palooza, which was a big event not too long ago. I forget where the videos went. Here they are. From Keto Palooza, which is really, really cool. His idea, of course, is to get as much information out there as possible. The idea behind it is that small changes over a long period of time can have a great impact. Rebel Canners, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I was lucky enough to be with them on Garden State Gardener's channel just over a month ago, for at least an hour-long conversation about our YouTube journeys, which is great. They're a longtime friend as well, and now into, I lost count of how many subscribers. I think it was 8,000. I forget if they crossed 9,000. And forgive me for being mistaken about that. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And what we'll do is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes, and then when we come back, we'll look at the next channel. That's going to be Zombie Gaming Jory, who's another longtime friend. All right, we're back, and thank you, everybody, for the kind words in the chat. Brown Girl Bella is in the house, one of our longest-standing members. She's actually been connected to me for about 4 years now, long before Tuber Chat was even a thought. She's inspirational in the creation of this channel, so I hope everybody will connect with her. Brown Girl Bella is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and knowledgeable in all things YouTube. You will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel anytime you're with her. She's live at least a couple of times a week. She drops videos regularly. And I would love for everybody to get that kind of support coming back to you after you connect with her. I've got her on the wheel now. Zombie Gaming Jory is up here right now. This creator's changed their name a couple of times, but they bring us video gameplay more than anything else. We look at their videos. We see a couple of videos related to consoles. They've got some shorts here that have now gotten into 2,000 and 2,500 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel feature a big variety of popular video game titles. Hopefully everybody will connect with them, and hopefully I'll catch them for another one of their live streams shortly. We've always got notification bells on for every channel, of course. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. They get 785 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 we know they're thinking about. So I'm also going to get another section onto the, or another creator onto the wheel. Follow the Bradley's Fun is there. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and we will see Ace Flaw 1 is coming up right now. This is another creator who's been connected to me for about 4 years. The reason why I say that is because I'm hoping everybody takes inspiration from the idea that there are creators out there willing to support you literally years into the future if you could just meet them. That's what we're all doing here, of course, right? Ace Flaw 1 and Brown Girl Bella, along with Jeremy D-Day, who was in the chat earlier as well, are all creators that I met before we started streaming on Tuber Chat, and were inspirational in the creation of this channel. Because when I went to those creators and said, hey, I think this is cool what you guys are all doing when you you know, allow everybody to connect and help everybody meet each other, I'm going to do a channel just like what you do. They didn't say, don't do that, don't copy us, go find your own thing, and there's too many, and all the other blah 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 that we might hear. When we hear those kinds of stories, I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that these creators instead, when I said I'm going to build a channel like doing what you do, they said, we'll help you build it. And sure enough, they do. And even to this day, you can see after 600 episodes, 650 episodes of Tuber Chat, they're still coming back as often as they can to support other creators in the right way. Now, Ace Flaw 1 brings us travel videos more than anything else. This creator posts occasionally, but he's also over 4,500 subscribers. He recently took a trip to Italy and brought us some new content from there, so we'll look forward to more videos from Ace Flaw 1. He's also got some shorts. One of these has hit 1,500 views now, which is great to see also. So hopefully everybody will connect with Andy, and like I said, I'd love everybody to get that kind of support coming back to you as well after you connect with him. So again, lots of creators in the chat are talking about swapping playlists. Everybody's free to make that arrangement. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I just had a special section come up on the wheel called Add a Name. What that means is it's time for me to take somebody out of the chat list that's been with us over the course of the stream and put them onto the wheel right now. So Anthony J, hopefully is still in the chat. I think they are. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now, and Scratch and Pete PA will come up right away. We're going to change up the wheel a little bit in January. I say a little bit, it's actually a lot of it, but let's just say a little bit. So I hope everybody will read our newly updated video description if you haven't read it in a while about how the wheel works, so that you get a real idea, because I am going to change it. What we're going to try to do is get back to publishing more frequently, start pushing Tuber Chat out again. Most of you might have noticed I haven't been publishing in advance. I've taken the tags out of the streams I've done almost everything I can to try to slow things down. So we're going to change the wheel work so that we can push as hard as we can again. And that should bring even more lively live streams, the chance to meet more creators faster, and make sure that the channels that are supporting the most are the ones who get on the wheel and the screen, regardless of memberships and things like that. So, Mrs. High, I've got you on the wheel. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. This creator is known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. I've used that term to describe them for a long time. I think we all can agree, for anybody that's met Scratch and PPA out in premieres, live streams, and in the YouTube streets, he is I say he's one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube, and I'm sure everybody will agree. No matter who you are and how long you've been connected to Scratch and PPA. He literally seems to be everywhere all the time. I think we can all agree that this stream, Tuber Chat, wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for his overwhelming support. He's literally been here over 600 times for almost every live stream we've done. He came in within the first 30 or 40 episodes and has been here every single stream for hours at a time. If you can imagine the thousands of hours he's literally supported me and us. Not to mention he supports every channel that I run and own, and every single thing that I seem to do. I have no choice but to shake my head, thank God, and wonder why somebody would be so blessed to have that kind of support. But he literally seems to be everywhere all the time. We hear the same things from a lot of creators. Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She never forgets that thumbs up. Now, Scratch and PPA brings interesting content on his channel, and he's really expanded it lately. So, first of all, he brings the Scratch Challenge of series, the Scratch Challenge series of videos, which is coming up on its 3rd anniversary at the beginning of the year. So Scratch and PPA puts an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits 2 lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Presentation has always been at the forefront of his mind. His video editing skills have been complemented ever since his very first video about 3.5 years ago. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by his thumbnails. They also give us a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series. His banner is updated every single week, and we can all imagine what kind of work that takes as well. Now, if you can catch Scratch and PPA for one of his premieres, he's on every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and his premieres usually run anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the intro and the state of the giveaways in his series. You're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, VS Speaks Royally, Garden State Gardener, and a few others. So it makes it really fast-paced, really high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of as well. So he's working on 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And I mentioned the idea that he started to expand his content not too long ago. He went on a vacation to Italy right before Andy went, as a matter of fact, from Ace Flaw 1. And Scratch and PPA brought us his first ever live stream, where he gave us a look around the area he was, one of the areas he was exploring. And then as well, he's brought a lot of shorts videos, and a lot of these feature vlogging style content, giving us an idea of the different areas he visited, and some Italian lottery scratch tickets that we otherwise wouldn't have had a chance to see on the channel. So I know a lot of people are excited about the idea that Scratch and PPA has expanded his content, and I think we're all looking forward to much more. Not to mention, like I said, the Scratch Challenge series of videos at week 50 right now is coming up on its 3rd anniversary. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. He is monetized. He can accept super chats and super thanks when we get there. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go or not. Actually, the clear the wheel section has just come up. So what that means is I'm going to clean all of the names off of the wheel right now and reload with any of the members that are in the chat. So if there's anybody that is any of our members that are listening or watching, just please make sure you're active in the chat, and I'll get you right back onto the wheel along with Controversial Cruising, who just came in, and then we're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Anthony J in a second here. I had spun the wheel right before we went on that break, and that was our clear the wheel time of the stream. So for any of our members that are still listening or watching that haven't been on the wheel or the screen, like Butler Family Farm is often in the background, even though they're here. They usually run the whole stream regardless of what they're doing, and I always appreciate that. But if you're still here, just let me know. Just say anything at all in the chat. So you can see the wheel has changed up, and then that means we're going to get to more newer channels a little bit faster. So I haven't mentioned it for a while, but for those of you who are fairly newer, if you've only been to Tuber Chat a few times, you do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. Those things speed everything up for everyone. But it is open to everyone. It takes a very long time, sometimes more than 2 hours to get onto the wheel or the screen. But we try to get through as many channels as we can, and after a while I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list. I'm guessing about half an hour. Chill slots, not yet. I've only added one other name so far, but once we get down to about 5 or 6 names, I'll start adding names to the wheel based on who's been most actively engaged. So if you have the time to spend, we still expect to be on for another hour and a half, then I'm sure you'll be on before too long. I'm guessing half an hour right now. So Anthony J is up right now. This is another fishing channel. This creator actually is going live all the time. They brought a few videos out, and they've got some shorts here, and some of the stuff they're catching is just, my goodness, impressive. I've not seen anything like this in real life and in my life, not much anyway. Some of the shorts here have gotten into 10,000, 12,000 views. Anthony J is always excited, always keeping up with the chat, always bringing positivity and energy. He's out fishing all the time and takes us with him, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. I've caught him a few times for these live streams. He's got 319 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards the 400 he's thinking about. Then we'll spin the wheel, get another channel up onto the screen, and again, I'm changing up the wheel again in January. We haven't done that in a very long time, but we're going to change things up in a way that's going to make it that the channels that are supporting most will be put onto the wheel and the screen first. It's an effort to change things up and hopefully give us a chance to grow the stream again. I've been trying to slow it down, if you can believe that. That's the truth. But we're going to try to push a little bit harder, get more channels in here faster, and get kind of more of the classic culture back into the Tuber Chat family, where the most supportive creators are the ones we'll be looking at most often, if that makes sense. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat coming in. Marlon Storytime, good to see you here. I think that's a brand new channel in the chat. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is on the wheel as well. And Controversial Cruising is up here right now, talking travel and cruising particularly. They're doing a lot of collaborating, actually, in live streams, StreamYard panels, and things like that. I'm just going to look at their videos first before anything else. And we see that they're posting fairly frequently, usually at least once a week. They've got some shorts on the channel as well, and these have started to move into 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 views. I think they're using a few CapCut things there, another filter type idea. They've got live streams coming up, one of them today, so they'll be live actually shortly in another 40 minutes or so. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're going to play trivia tonight, and they're working on 500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Controversial Cruising is not only here in Tuber Chat frequently, but out supporting other channels regularly as well. I run into them frequently. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is going to bring us some more travel as well. They happen to come from Canada and Coastal Water. I'm just getting you back onto the wheel right now. I haven't mentioned it for a few minutes here, but if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. One of our longtime friends, an incredibly supportive creator, Ali's Crafts Pursuits, is back in the house. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Pardon me just for a quick second here. When we look at Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, we see a channel that brings us a lot of StreamYard panels. They're out supporting others and collaborating with a lot of creators regularly. I see they've got a brand new video. I'm just going to put this in my catch-up list. It's already in there. I haven't run my catch-up list from the other day. I thought I did, but I'll have it done by Saturday. They're closing in on 3,000 subscribers. They're going to have it any time now. Now, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures brings us a lot more than travel. travel. This is a couple's vlogging channel, so they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, given a chance to get to know them, or taking us on an adventure. They post frequently, usually at least every week in videos. They got some shorts on the channel as well that have gotten now into 2,400 views and beyond. Pardon me, one of the newest shorts that they've got is close to 6,000, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see that these creators bring a couple of series. Sunday Fun is something they've been doing as long as I remember, and then Across the Waves, they started several months ago with some other travel creators. They do StreamYard panels and usually talk in depth about certain aspects of the travel and cruising industry. Buying Space, good to see you here. Scrow's Nest, good to have you in the house as well. When we look at a second channel from these creators, we see Rihanna's Life Adventures, and we know that they're simulcasting the Across the Waves live stream on both channels. Now, Mike recently became a travel agent, so they are very much included in the travel community, which has really grown. The cruising and travel community here in Tuber Chat has really exploded over the last year or so. 83 subscribers for Rihanna's Life Adventures over here. We get a chance to get to know her a little bit better. Again, she could be indoors, could be outdoors, taking us on an adventure or giving us a chance to get to know her. And then as well, she's got a couple of shorts so far that are starting to move. And then when we get into live streams, she's doing the Across the Wave series, and once in a while we'll do one on her own, like I said, giving us a chance to get to know her. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mike and Rihanna's adventures on both of these channels. They are incredibly loyal and dedicated supporters, generous supporters, of course. And like I said, they're from Medicine Hat, Alberta, fellow Canadians there. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up right now from the Pacific Northwest. They are bringing us wildlife and nature videos. Lots of calming, peaceful, relaxing content on the channel. And now they're working on 1,500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. When we get into their videos, you get an idea from the thumbnails about some of the things they're bringing. If you dig through their content, you'll find a few humorous moments, of course, especially with the wildlife videos. And then when we get into shorts on the channel, we see that these have started to really move into 5,000 and 6,000 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, those might be an idea for the future. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. They're a longtime friend. I consider them part of the homesteading community of channels. That's because, like I keep saying, I bring in mind a lot of creators that are bringing us a lot of outdoor content, even though a lot of the homesteading channels bring us as much indoor content as well. So Rushing Wind Mountain, like I said, is going to bring us nature and wildlife, and they're here with us just about every single stream. They've been friends of what I believe is about 2 years now. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, push them towards that 1,500 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. And we'll get another channel ready to go. I'll spin the wheel. The Gambler After Dark's in the house. They're a member, so I put them on the wheel right away. Again, when we get down to about 5 or 6 names, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the stream. We expect to be here for another hour and a half. And Just Jason, Keto, and more will go live. We'll go and raid into his after Tuber Chat. Scraptastic Crocheter is in the house. Good to see you here. And we're looking at Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. This is a creator that wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. And we'll talk about their content in a second. I'm just making sure I get a couple channels on the wheel here. VS Speaks Royally. Thank you very much. I've got them back on the wheel, though. Now, Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By has got videos that they bring out with random content. They could be giving us a how-to video or a chance to get to know them, or inspiring us in a spiritual way, like I say. When we look at the shorts videos, that's the focus there, getting into 1,300 and 2,200 views and beyond. Live streams are something that they do occasionally as well. And this creator recently reset and restarted their channel, but I've joined them before a couple of years ago for a 4-hour live stream, if you could imagine. Pardon me just for a second here. And let's spin the wheel. We got another channel ready to go. 10 the Sheep Where You Run, Don't Pass Them By is here with us just about every single day as well. They got 224 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Emotion New Soul is up here right now, and this is a talented singer and songwriter who is with us as a member and a moderator. He now is working on 3,800 subscribers, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. He's blown way past that. He's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He posts videos frequently, and I see he's got another members only video. I'm going to put that in my catch up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that. It's a preview for a new tune. Now it's interesting, I'll show you afterwards. You'll recognize this thumbnail because he's got a second channel where he teaches us how the how the music is made, as well as gives us a chance to see the man behind the music. Now he brings his original works in the idea of music videos, sometimes with compilations. He even performs live on his channel. He rounds it out with shorts that have now gotten into 1,400 and 1,600 views. He's got some reaction videos that have done well here also. Oh, StreamYard is having trouble, says Brown Girl Bella. I wonder if anybody else has been having trouble with StreamYard lately. And then I noticed Nightbot was acting in a way that I wish they wouldn't act earlier today. I was having the hardest time logging in and getting it to stay. It seemed to work after about half an hour. Nightbot has been almost perfect over the years. If it's ever been off for a day, I don't even remember now, to be honest with you. But these services, anything can happen, especially when they're very busy, right? And this is the busy time of year. Let's look at Writing with Emotion New Soul. And this is where we get to see a second channel from this creator, who, like I said, is a member and a moderator. I mentioned you'd recognize that thumbnail. He's using Logic Pro X over here, which happens to be a professional music production software. But he shows us how the music is made and gives us a better look at the man behind the music as well. So he rounds out this channel with some shorts, some reactions, as well as compilations of his original works and possibly even live performances as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with him on both channels. He's got 791 subscribers over here. We'd love to push him towards the 800 we know he's thinking about. We'll spin the wheel, and keeping in mind, of course, that as a member and moderator, all of the members here, all of the moderators on Tuber Chat happen to be dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, we're welcome to meet more friends and family members for our own channels. Thank you, Beltloop29, for coming in. That's another influential creator. He will allow you to meet more friends and family members when you're over there as well. Budgeting Just Because is going to help us with our finances. It's good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, yeah, Brown Girl Bella does Bella After Dark on Thursdays. She'll be live tonight, actually, and then she's usually live on Sundays as well for Sunday Sips. So Brown Girl Bella's been at this for many years. I met her 4 years ago, and she's been with us the whole time. So she's knowledgeable about all things YouTube. But one thing I can recommend to basically everybody is if you're thinking about streaming, right? And lots of people are using StreamYard. We used to use StreamYard for Tuber Chat in the first 30 or 40 episodes before I switched to Streamlabs, just because it's got more features and more customizability and stuff like that. But I've used StreamYard many times, usually for our 100 episodes when I've had a guest on here or on my personal channel. I still like StreamYard very much. But one of the things we can think about is for every online service that we use, including the robots I talk about all the time, Nightbot, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Botrix, is that having more than one set up and ready to go can be of great benefit. Because let's say StreamYard goes down for a day, I hope they never do, but if they did, you could use Restream or Melon or another system to still get back on. Even if you're a paying customer on StreamYard, you could use even a free version of one of the other ones for one stream. But that's just an example. I try to always have backups upon backups upon backups of everything, so that you literally get to say, I've done everything I possibly can before things don't work out. But that's just an idea. I find that most online services, if there's a problem, come back on pretty quick. One of the things I can show everybody is a website called Down Detector. And this is something that I use when I have a problem with an online service, so that I can see if it's them or me. Is it my internet connection, or did they have a problem right now? So you see right now, like Mortal Kombat, Xbox have had trouble. A couple of these other systems, Netflix might have had trouble yesterday or a couple of hours ago. And all the big services are here. Now, I'm not sure if StreamYard is included, because I've never looked for it that I remember, but maybe not. It's flipping me over to Canada. So maybe StreamYard's not on the service, but in most cases you'll see something like that. Or what you can also do is, if you have a service that you're using like StreamYard or anything else, you can go to something like StreamYard status. And when you type in the word status, it'll often bring up a page sometimes that will give us an idea as to whether it's working or not. So StreamYard status tells us that everything should be fine, but that may not necessarily be 100% true all the time either. But those are just ideas, right? Because I always want to know, is it them or is it me whenever there's a problem. Cooko Joe 13, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. His cousin Big Dude was here earlier. I'm not sure if Big Dude is still with us or not. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. We're looking at Ree's Blissful Connections, and this is a creator who recently became a gold member. What that means now is that we're going to see their channel every single day in the live streams, whether they're here or not, in the beginning, middle, and end, during the slides that I run when I do something like this, when we go on our breaks or we have our introduction or when we're wrapping up. As well, their link will be dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, and we've seen that a couple of times today already. So this creator brings us professional education and homeschooling content more than anything else. They're also participating in Vlogmas. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to try to keep up with them. They use some interesting video editing here, usually narrating, and then they use things like stock footage or stock photos to edit their videos. I'm not sure if they're editing or using a service, but I went through one of their latest videos, this one here, another Vlogmas video, earlier today. And then this creator, like I said, brings us professional education and homeschooling ideas. Homeschooling, of course, seems to me to be getting more and more popular over the last couple of decades, if not the last few years anyway. And then now we get into shorts. They've got some variety here. One of them over 4,800 views. So hopefully we can push Ree's Blissful Connections towards the 1,100 subscribers that we know they must be thinking about. And I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Fairbrick Studio is another longtime friend now. They've been with us for several months, and they're here for every single stream. I see them out supporting others, and I see them doing lots of shout outs on their channel as well. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. CNS Travel, good to see you in the house. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes again, and we'll come right back. All right, we're back and looking at Fairbrick Studio. We're just barely halfway through the stream. We can stay up to another hour and a half if everybody would like, or pretty close to it. Kaiser Gaming YT is in the house. That's Chris's Clever Craft. And Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a second channel brought to us by the Numis Maniac. They both happen to be members, so I've got them on the wheel now. We're looking at Fairbrick Studio, and this is somebody who came into the Tuber Chat family several months ago. They've been here for just about every single stream as well. They started on their channel with Lego stop motion videos more than anything else, but have expanded the content into video gameplay and now channel shout outs as well. And I'm always happy to see creators supporting each other. And then Fairbrick Studio goes over and above because we've built a friendship outside and they've been helping me out with a video game. So I don't make a lot of time to play games, but there's one game I noticed on their channel here called Lego Tower, and it's just a Lego version of a game I was playing called Tiny Tower on the phone. And I started recently replaying again because I love the Lego video games. And Fairbrick Studio has given me an abundant amount of help to help me move much farther and faster than I otherwise would have. I've been off it for a few days again now that I got surprised with a little bit of extra work, but hope to pick that back up. They have gotten into 7,000, 8,000 views on their shorts, one of them over 15,000. These bring pure variety, actually. And then as well, when we get into live streams, we'll see if that's an idea for the future. They've been doing their channel shout outs similarly to what we see from some creators as a live stream, but they've been doing them as videos as a premiere, which is cool to see as well. 2,200 subscribers, so they're growing rapidly. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,300 that they're thinking about. And I see some familiar faces on their shout outs there. Gloria's Platters there, the Stock Explorers over there. I'm not sure if the Stock Explorer is still with us right now. If any of our members are still running the stream in the background or listening, just be active in the chat, please, for a second. Say anything at all, get you back on the wheel. I cleared it off a little while ago. We're going to continue that for the rest of the month, and then the wheel is changing in January. I've updated our video description accordingly. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a channel that allows us to get messages to and from Santa Claus, which I think is a great idea. This channel always comes out around November every year, and this creator happens to be a fellow Canadian, of course, but it's a unique idea for a channel. And there is the jolly old fella right there. Hopefully everybody will connect with them here. And they're working on 300 subscribers. Hopefully we can push them a little bit closer. When we look at the Numis Maniac, we see a creator that's going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins, other collectible items, precious metals, and the like. This creator is live frequently. I've caught them many times. They bring out videos occasionally as well, and they've got some shorts on the channel. Some of these have started to move. One of them over 1,600, which is great to see. And then when we're going to look at the Numis Maniac's live streams, we see a lot of StreamYard panels. The Numis Maniac is known as the skipper when we get to his channel and catch him on these live streams, but you can see that this creator is a dynamic host, and they actually are usually live frequently, so it's been a little while. I think they're focused on the Santa Claus North Pole Canada channel, but hopefully everybody will connect with them here. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. I'm going to put up Judgment Day Mike Harper in a moment. We didn't look at his channel yet today. He might have been here earlier. There he is. There's Judgment Day Mike Harper. I didn't have him on the wheel. That's okay. He'll come up next because Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is dropping a super chat for their channel, so we'll put it up in a second. Thank you, Fairbrick Studio. Getting close to midnight for you. Forgive me, I didn't know all this time. You must be in the UK. I didn't realize that. If you might have said it, I didn't catch it. Silent Silver is coming up, and thank you again. Like I said, I haven't opened the game for a couple of days now because I've been overwhelmed with work and Christmas and other ideas, but I hope to pick it back up in a moment. Silent Silver's in the house. Good to see you here. We've got Judgment Day Mike Harper coming up in a second. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Oh, we just looked at this channel. Pardon me. Judgment Day, Mike Harper. Let's see what they've got going on. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by, is a longtime, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And hopefully everybody will connect with her. Judgment Day Mike Harper is with us just about every single day as well. They found us recently. 400 subscribers is their next milestone. We'd love to push them towards it. They got some shorts front and center on the channel, so we'll look at these first, and we see that these have gotten into 1,000 views and beyond. I thought you had another one. Maybe I'm mistaken. Videos are posted frequently here. We can see at least once a week they're on, bringing us different stories to be told. Lots of shout outs lately, and then they've got live streams as well that have come up frequently. Hopefully everybody will connect with Judgment Day Mike Harper. I've got the notification bell on. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these again soon. And he's got a second channel actually, so we'll look at Michael Harper and we'll see what he's got going on. It's a popular name for a channel, so I'm just going to scroll through the search results, match that bright, beautiful avatar, very colorful and easy to find. 36 subscribers over here, and this is where we get another chance to get to know this creator. He's got a couple of more shout out videos over here. Chief the BC Gaming Dispatcher is a friend of ours. I'll look forward to looking at that video, and then some movie reviews and some shorts on this channel as well. I've started to move into 200 and 400 views. I think this is a newer one, or it's still moving, which is great to see. So thank you again. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. That's a generous thing to have done, to give a super chat so that we would look at that channel. Lucky Girl Vlog, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They might be here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Follow the Bradley's Fun is here, working on 4,700 subscribers. They bring us family vlogs, live streams, essays, Disney, Universal, travel, news, and more. When we look at their videos, we see they're posting frequently. They're taking part in, is that Vlogmas? Yeah, they're working on Vlogmas, my dear goodness. I'm just going to take the latest video. They just put this out, actually. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a bit. We'll look at the shorts on the channel, and we see that these have moved into 15,000, 17,000, 23,000 views, and 184,000 views, and it's still going. Then when we look at their live streams, we see that they're live frequently, so they usually come up about once a week, but we'll keep an eye on the channel, see when that's coming up next. They're following Vlogmas now, so posting daily, which is great to see. Follow the Bradley's Fun, another dynamic host, always smiling, always energetic, and bringing us a great style of vlogging content on the channel. I've been lucky to watch a few things from them now. Hunting and Stuff with J&J, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment. Once we get down to about 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I'm guessing about 15 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more or less. The Gambler After Dark comes to us from the lottery ticket scratching genre and community of channels, which is a huge community actually. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list here. Gambler After Dark is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've gotten into 11,000 and 12,000 views on a couple of their shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent from the Gambler After Dark. I caught them the other night. They've got another lively community, and it makes it very fast-paced and high energy in their chats as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Gambler After Dark. They've been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a while now. I think the Gambler After Dark might have been with us about a year, if I'm right. And forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Hopefully everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I literally start to lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on now. Tuber Chat's been here for 3.5 years, and I've been on YouTube a couple of years before we started this. Now, Henry Nelson is coming up right now. Pardon me just for a quick second here. When we look at Henry Nelson's channel, we see that they're exactly at 300 subscribers right now. Henry Nelson seems to be with us just about every single day as well. This creator lets us know in their About section, they're not an expert by any means, but they do live on a farm, so they bring us some wildlife videos, usually with trail cam type footage. I'm just going to grab, oh, this is a brand new video. Yes, brand new. It's very short, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well. When we get into official shorts videos on the channel, some of these have already started to move. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, almost 7,000 views on these, which is great to see. So those will likely grow. You know, that goes for everybody. As we post more and more shorts, they seem to move farther and faster. But we'll keep an eye on Henry Nelson's channel and see what more they're going to come up with. Let's spin the wheel. Black Guns and Gardens is coming up. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Black Guns and Gardens is up here right now. Gardening, preparedness, and self-defense. They actually let us know on their channel they want to take us on their family's journey to self-sufficiency through gardening, preparedness, and self-defense, like they mentioned on their banner. Lots of product reviews here. I've seen this thing a million times. Still to this day, I don't know whether it's supposed to be Saker or Sacker. But this has been, we've seen this kind of thing on a few channels, which is great to see. So another product review, I'll be looking forward to watching that. When we get into shorts videos, we see that some of these have really moved as well into 2,300, 2,600 views and beyond. It's the product reviews that really seem to move on this channel when I look at least at the shorts videos, right? When we dig through their content, we get some outdoor content, tips and tricks for the garden, as well as some indoor content. And I'm just curious where the popular videos are here. Yeah, the product reviews get a lot of activity on this channel, which is great. I consider Black Guns and Gardens part of the homesteading community because they want to share knowledge and resources when it comes to self-sufficiency, like a lot of our homesteading friends. And I see them out supporting other creators frequently, and they're here with us in Tuber Chat almost every single day lately as well. So I always appreciate that also. Via Speaks Royally is coming up right now, and this is a creator that's interesting to talk about because I often describe here in Tuber Chat the importance of engaging conversation whenever we're in anybody's premiere or live stream chat. And Via Speaks Royally always engages conversation everywhere they go, including here. But when you get to their channel, you're going to get a real idea of truly engaged conversation because they stay well versed and up to date on their subject, which happens to be the royal family. Now, they bring a little bit more variety on their channel, especially in videos, and we'll see it in the shorts. But when they talk about the royal family, we see that they have really engaged conversation that pushes their channel and their stream. Some of the shorts have done well here, 8,000, 12,000, but the live streams are where the magic happens on this channel. They're live frequently, usually every couple of days or so, and they've got a very fast-paced, high-energy chat. They rival those of the Stock Explorer, Scratch and PPA, and a few others. They're monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. VS Speaks Royally's been a friend of ours now for what I think is 3 years or so. I'll spin, we'll get another channel ready to go. Kaiser Gaming YT is a gaming channel brought to us by another member, Chris's Clever Craft. So I'll get this channel ready to go, and I'm going to get a couple of names out of the chat to come onto the wheel right now. So if anybody hasn't been on the wheel or the screen that's still listening or watching, just please be active in the chat, and I'll make sure you get on there pretty quick. Scrow's Nest and Stephen Tina Juel are coming up. I'm wondering if Chill Slots might still be in the background. And I'll spin. We'll get the next channel ready to go a little bit early here. Now, Kaiser Gaming YT brings us a bit of variety when it comes to the idea of video gameplay. We'll talk about their content in a quick second here. I'll get Chill Slots onto the wheel, and It's the Bankroll is going to be the next channel that we're going to look at. We'll get back to spinning shortly after. When we look at Kaiser Gaming YT, like I said, there's variety here, but this creator's posting every single day. I'm going to take their latest video, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get through another piece of content. They're almost at 600 subscribers, which is great. So hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. When we get into shorts videos, we see that these have started to move into 4,000, 5,000, and on the way to 6,000 views. And then live streams are something they've done a couple of times over here. But Chris's Clever Craft has got lots of experience when it comes to both videos, live streams, and shorts from his original channel, which is also closing in on 600 subscribers. Chris's Clever Craft is a entertaining creator who always brings fun everywhere he goes. He supports on all of my channels. The reason why I say that is so that you can understand what kind of support you can expect back from him as well. He's a moderator on our music channel, for instance, and for those of you who haven't seen it, all the same music that's in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that, and I've started to get some new music happening. So I've got a few songs right now. We'll have a few more before the year starts, and we'll get the music channel going again at some point in January. So Santa Claus North Pole Canada is just letting us know time is running out for anybody wishing for a personal video for friends and loved ones, particularly from Santa Claus. So I hope everybody will connect with them and get a video happening, because I really think that's a cool, unique idea for a channel where we can get messages directly from Santa Claus. Chris's Clever Craft on his channel has an interesting property, and he brings us both indoors and outdoors for a lot of do-it-yourself videos, a lot of product reviews, and chance to hang out with him and get to know Chris, stories to be told, and looks around the area. Now here's an example of a series of videos he's done working in trade for a car, and he's shown us this kind of thing before, but this is just one small aspect of what he does on his channel. But you can see that this creator's been at it for a while, generous, loyal, and dedicated. There's a special shout out video he did for Scratch and Pete PA back in the day when Scratch and Pete was working on watch hours. He's long since monetized now, and we're expecting Chris's Clever Craft like we will be soon too. Now this creator's also got shorts on the channel that have moved into 1,600 and 3,200 views, one over 12,000, and I think that one is still moving. And then live streams are something he's experimented with, so we'll keep an eye on the channel, see what more he's going to come up with. But that's Chris's Clever Craft, a longtime friend and an incredibly supportive creator. It's D Bankroll is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. It's D Bankroll has got almost 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And they are monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And the interesting thing about It's D Bankroll is they're here to help us with our finances. Budgeting Just Because might also be in the chat. The Stock Explorer was here. We've got a few channels that want to help us with our finances. And since 99% of us have monetization on our minds, it will be great that these creators are going to help us with our finances, because wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the income or revenue that's going to flow because of that monetization. So It's D Bankroll is going to talk to us about saving, investing, becoming debt-free, and they get into technical aspects as well, like dividends, dollar cost averaging. They show us how to make money online, for instance. Earning money with apps is something they've done several times. And then they're very forthcoming about their own portfolio. They show us exact amounts of money, all the different streams of income they're involved in, and hopefully we can all take motivation in the idea or inspiration that we can expand into different streams of income as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with It's the Bankroll. They bring us cash stuffing challenges as well. Some of the shorts related to those have gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views, on the way to 7,000 now. And It's the Bankroll is another longtime, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here. So I hope everybody will connect with her. Let's spin the wheel. I've got KK's travel and education vlogs onto the wheel now, and Mrs. High is coming up. This is a fairly new channel in the Tuber Chat family, just finding us within the last month or so. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. And I'm still getting to know them, but they are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, which is great to see. I'm going to grab one of their latest videos. They've got a Melissa Etheridge cover here, so I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. One of the things I like about putting channels up on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams. I get to know the content, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Fishhead Videos, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. When we look at the shorts on Mrs. High's channel, we see that these have gotten into 1,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator is doing streaming frequently, several times a week, as a matter of fact, with StreamYard panels and everything else. They've got one coming up on Saturday, so hopefully we'll catch that. Hopefully everybody will connect with Mrs. High. We'd love to push them towards that 2,000. We always say you're officially on a road when you cross a 100 milestone, and since they're beyond 1,900 now, that puts them officially on the road to 2,000. Chill Slots is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They've been in the chat since almost the beginning of the stream today, I think. We'll see what they're doing on their channel for today. This must be the first time we're looking at their channel on the screen. Now, they know already I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take their latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch their video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of their video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn their notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully they have our notification bell on again, so they don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. They are officially on the road to 1K. They only need 31 subscribers right now, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We'll keep an eye on the channel and see if they're going to do live streams as well. Yeah, I think that's the first time. Oh, no, sorry. I wondered about that. This is the second time we've had their channel on the screen. So pardon me. I haven't gone through my watch later list since at least the last stream, if not before that. But I absolutely will. And I've got 2 videos. These both are there for you to be watched, so I'll look forward to that. But you will be connected for sure by the time we get around to our next stream on Saturday. So I appreciate everybody's patience. I don't know why I didn't get through those playlists. I must have let time get away from me the last couple of days. Usually I go through those the day after every stream. So KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're with us just about every single day as well, obviously bringing us travel content more than anything else. They got a couple of different channels. I'm just going to take their latest Melbourne Square Mall. I think this is in my catch-up list already. Yeah, it is. So like I said, I haven't been through that yet, but I will. I'll either have that video watched or run, and then I'll be caught up with their latest video. They are over 1,000 subscribers now, working on 1,100. They got shorts on the channel, and these have moved into 3,000 views and beyond. One of them over 10,000. Which is great to see. And then they've got a lot of live streams ready to go. I'm going to set notifications for all of them. They've got streams coming up, all around Christmas, as a matter of fact, right up to New Year's Eve. Is that right? No, they got this. There's something up with this one. I'm not sure when that one is. But that's okay. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is here with us just about every single day. I'm hoping everybody will connect with them so you can get some of that support coming back to you as well. And thank you, everybody, for the kind words in the chat. I know it takes a long time to get onto the wheel or the screen, but we're changing things up in January. So the channels that are supporting most in the chat at the time will be the ones who get on the wheel a little bit earlier. It'll be a little bit different than what we're doing now, regardless of memberships and things like that. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Scrow's Nest is up here right now. It's time for me to get some more names onto our wheel from our chat list. So if there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat. I'll get you on there right away. We'll go for a break after this channel. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is on the wheel. They happen to be a member. Oh, and then, yeah, I don't always look at everything on every channel, KK's Travel and Education Vlogs, but I'll try to remember the next time I have your channel up, and I'll try to do a better job of looking at people's merchandise stores when they're on. It's something I haven't done very much of, but I race through channels sometimes, so I know the speeches get a little bit different here and there. Scrow's Nest is at 958 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,000 they're thinking about. They have one of my favorite taglines in the Tuber Chat family. They are spending their children's inheritance one cruise at a time. And Crow's Nest is always out supporting other travel channels as well. I run into them regularly when I'm trying to do the same thing when I catch different live streams and things like that. So they'll bring us a lot of variety in videos, but mostly travel based. And then when we get into shorts on the channel, we're going to see that these creators have gotten into 1,600, 1,700 views. One of them over 5,600, which is great to see. Live streams might be an idea for the future, but right now I'm sure they're very much focused on the idea that they're less than 50 subscribers away from the magical 1K. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Scrow's Nest is another longtime friend. I think they've been with us long over a year now. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. I'd love for you to get that support coming back to you as well. CNS Travel, I'm going to put you on the wheel in a quick second here. I'm just spinning. It looks like Coastal Water is going to be the channel we're going to look at next. We'll go for 3.5 minutes for a break. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. All right, we're back almost, and looking at coastal water right now. This is an interesting story for a channel because Coastal Water and her husband both have channels. Even though they're separate, sometimes they do similar content, but they support each other wholeheartedly. Jason and Gina, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The reason why I say this is a special story is because over the last 6.5 years on YouTube, the #1 complaint that I've gotten from creators is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels when we can find people online willing to do it? And I think it makes it that much more extra special when we do have in real life friends or family members, in this case a family, a married couple, that have separate channels but support each other wholeheartedly. So much so you actually see them on each other's channels all the time. So this is Cooking with Coastal, this latest video. It's one of the things she does on her channel. I've still got it in my catch-up list, so I'll get that run or watch tomorrow. This creator also could be bringing us indoors or outdoors for an adventure. She does a lot of car confessions, she calls them on the channel, which is bring us along her daily routines and gives us a chance to get to know her. I think has she changed up a bunch of her thumbnails? I think so. So these types of ride-alongs, we get a chance to hang out, get to know her. Often you'll see the family together. There's Backlash Fisherman, her husband, right there. So they're doing a bit of crossover there, which is great to see. And we really get a chance to get to know them. But they have both been incredibly supportive creators, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in Tuber Chat. So that's Coastal Water. She's at 1,600 subscribers right now. And when we look at her husband's channel, Backlash Fisherman, they both have memberships, as a matter of fact. So that much more so generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. We see that this creator's monetized, 1,500 subscribers right now. Pardon me, and we look at the fact that he's fishing first on this channel, actually, and Backlash Fisherman happens to be a first responder. So he takes us on his travels as well. He's got lots of shorts on the channel. These have started to move into 3,100, 3,800 views. One of them over 6,200, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator is doing a lot of collaborating in StreamYard panels. He was doing a series called Hobby Hangout for a while. He does a lot of ride-alongs, like Coastal Water was doing there. Sometimes they're out together on an adventure, fishing together. And he also has a series called Cooking with Backlash. So it's kind of cool that these creators both share responsibility in the kitchen, and then they both do content that's similar to each other. And like I keep saying, they support each other wholeheartedly. So my Backlash Fisherman is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Spinning the Wheel and Jessie Miller unboxings and more is coming up. She's with us just about every single day. She actually supports on all of my channels, and the reason why I say that is so that you can understand how much support she's given to me and to us, and the kind of support you can expect back after you connect with a creator like this. Pardon me. We're going to set up a raid for Just Jason, Keto, and more. I'll drop the link right now. We'll do that another few times. It's a live stream that's coming up in about 15 minutes. So we'll likely be here right up until the moment that they start, and I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes so that everybody can clean up their connections here. I'm going to get Jason and Gina onto the wheel right now. I'm not sure if we've looked at that channel yet or not. I know they were with us on the last live stream, so forgive me for not being sure. If there's anybody listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen, just please say anything at all in the chat, and I'll get you on there right away. Jessie Miller unboxings and more obviously is going to bring us a lot of unboxing videos. Some of these are of subscription services, those mystery boxes, and some of them are independent, but she's been at this a long time. I think she's been a friend of about 3 years. She is working on 1,800 subscribers right now. I'd love to push her a little bit farther. She has spent an enormous amount of time this year, as a matter of fact, supporting me and us on all 3 channels, both my personal channel, our copyright-free music channel, and here in Tuber Chat, for which I'm extremely grateful. She builds friendships with creators. You will see that in conversations that she has with a lot of creators, even here in the Tuber Chat live streams. And then when we look at her shorts, we see these have gotten into 1,200, 1,300, even 2,200 views and beyond. Live streams are something she does once in a while, usually once a month. So I'll be looking forward to the next one. I've got the notification bell on for every channel. Of course, that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And like I said, we'd love to push Jessie Miller unboxings and more towards the 1,800 subscribers we know she must be thinking about. So look at that luck, Jason and Gina. I just put you on the wheel and you came up right away. So we'll see what you've got going on your channel right now. And Jason and Gina are bringing us, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. I remember so greatly that line. I'm aging myself here. I'm older than most people think I am. But I remember so clearly when Prince's song had first come out. I was very much enveloped in music, if you want to put it that way, as a young lad when a lot of that stuff came out. If I was to guess, I'd say, wasn't that like 1983 or 84 or something like that? Married couple who really enjoy traveling, shopping, spontaneous outings, cooking Caribbean and Southern foods, challenges, discussing various topics, and meeting new people. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest cooking video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I see that you're monetized, so lots of ways to support Jason and Gina when we get to their channel, including super chats and memberships. Cooko Joe 13 is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If anybody in the house right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Cooko Joe 13 is going to inspire us in a spiritual way. It was really interesting when this creator first came into the Tuber Chat family. His cousin, his in real life cousin, Big Dude, brought him in, and I'm so happy to see creators and, like I said, in real life, friends and family members supporting each other. 86 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push Cooko Joe 13 towards the 90 and eventually 100 that they're thinking about. We've got a couple of new shorts here. This creator is going to inspire us in a spiritual way. The shorts have gotten into 500 views and beyond, and when we look at the live streams, we see a lot of Bible study from this creator. It's been a while since I caught you in a live stream, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one. I've got the notification bell on for every single channel, of course, like we all do. That's in the spirit of catching as much as we possibly can from each other. Gina and Jason. One is here, one is maybe listening or watching. Yes, and thank you for that. We never know, like with Steve and Tina Juel that's coming up right now, we never know who's behind the keyboard, right? I always wonder that. Anybody's free to reach out anytime on Instagram is where I am most of the time, Facebook as well, and Twitter some of the time. But I have a lot of conversations with creators, as you can likely imagine. Probably less than everybody might think, but often, almost every day. And I wonder sometimes when I start getting to know creators, who's behind the keyboard when we've got a couple like this. But here's Steve and Tina Juel. They're out there supporting other creators as well. They're posting frequently. I can see I'm behind with them. I'm just going to grab their second latest video here. This one's got a few more watch minutes than the other. Even though they're monetized, we want to keep those watch minutes up, right? So I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. Steve and Tina Juel Originally from Tanzania, East Africa. Steve is from England. They moved to Canada in the Vancouver Islands in 2008, and they share their life with us in that way. When we look at their shorts videos, we see these have gotten into 18,000, 22,000, 42,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel feature a chance to get to know them. I caught them a few days ago. I've been lucky to catch them a couple of times. Like I said, I've got notification bells on for every channel, so hopefully I'll catch you again soon. Let's spin the wheel, and if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. CNS Travel, this is the first time we're having them on the screen here in Tuber Chat. They got 33 subscribers right now. They're passionate about vacationing and making memories with family and friends. They're going to bring that to us in their content. I'm just going to look through their videos right now. I'm going to take the latest one because I don't watch videos while I live stream. I don't subscribe until afterwards, but what I'm going to do is take this latest video, put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'm just going to look at their shorts for a second here. We see that these have gotten into 600 views and beyond. One of them over 1,600, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with CNS Travel. And then Karin's Life is coming up. This is a creator that's here as a member and a moderator, another fellow Canadian from Nova Scotia. She's been a friend of 3 years as well. And like I say about all of our moderators, they're all dear friends of mine. They all have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. So Karin's Life truly does have a channel that encompasses everything that is Karin's life. She could be vlogging, she could be taking us outdoors, she could be traveling, she could be indoors cooking, cleaning, or working on her business. And what she does is produces merchandise of all different types. Hats, shirts, mugs, like the one I carry in my hand almost every single day, as well as Christmas ornaments, vinyl stickers, and just about anything that can be printed. So it's wonderful that she gives us a chance to see a behind-the-scenes look at how that merchandise is made, but we can also use this creator as a resource when it comes to the idea of merchandise for our own channels and businesses. So that's Karin's Life. Her company is Lighthouse and Anchor Designs. She puts a lot of content up both on her YouTube channel and the other social networks showing the different thing that she's working on and making. You can see that here. Some of her shorts have really moved. One of them at 16,000 is still going. She's got another one at 77,000. She brings pure variety into her shorts, and then she's got live streams that come up frequently, and she's been known to live stream. Like I said, I've known Karin's Life for 3 years now. I've joined her many times on StreamYard panels on her channel, other channels. She joins other people. She has lots of StreamYard panels for herself. And it's always a good time. Lately, she's been doing a lot of work and giving us a chance to have a look behind the scenes at what she's doing. You can see her whole operation there, making t-shirts, hats, mugs, everything else. And then 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 2,300 that she's thinking about. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Maritime Dash Cam is another channel from this creator that she's just started to bring us some dash cam footage. And we've had a couple channels like this come through the Tuber Chat family, so we'll see what she's going to do with this. In Nova Scotia, 15 subscribers right now. We'd love to get her moving towards that first 100. She's put up a couple of shorts and a couple of videos already, which is great to see. So that's Karin's life with a new dashcam channel. And then Jonathan Sturgill's come in. They happen to be a member, so I spun the wheel just for fun, but we'll put their channel up right now, and then we're going to head over and raid Just Jason Keto. He's about to start his live stream, and he's on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, even if you've just come by quickly to give a thumbs up, say hello, or run the stream in the background. And then we'll be back on Saturday. Like I keep saying, we're here 3 or 4 times a week. Thank you to our moderator, Scratch and PPA. He's here every single stream for the entirety. And I appreciate, like I said, every moment everybody can be here. We'll go over and raid Just Jason Keto. I'll come over there as well. Jonathan Sturgill, who's on the screen right now, is somebody who brings music along with music instrument gear reviews and comparisons. And this creator now is over 5,000 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 5,100 they're thinking about. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're here with us just about every single day in our Tuber Chat stream since finding us a couple of months ago. They've got some shorts that have gotten into 500 views and beyond, and hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm going to sneak one more channel in because Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting came in. M&J is here as well. Good to see you in the house. We're just about to finish Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting. I'm not sure if we got this channel on the screen before or not, but I know they've been here a couple of times. This is the first time we're looking at them, I think. So what I'm going to do is take their latest video. I think that's in my watch later list already. Am I mistaken? I can't remember. 204 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 they're thinking about. Crafting, chatting, laughing, and relaxing. And they've got some StreamYard panels happening here, which is great to see. So hopefully I'll catch you for those. Like I said, I always put notification bells on for every channel. And I'm going to sneak one more in here as well. M&J is coming up. And I'm just going to put their handle in the chat in case anybody needs to find them. It's quite a short name. Sometimes channels with short names struggle with the search results. Metal detecting, shorts, and switch games. So they've got a little bit of a combination here. At 900 subscribers already. So again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. And I usually try to look for something a little bit longer. I'll just take this one that's 3 minutes here. I'll put this into my watch later list. Again, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up. Subscribe, turn the notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well. We'll look at the shorts on this channel. We see that these have gotten into 10,000 and 20,000 views, which is great to see. Wow. And then Butler Family Farm. Yeah, I was wondering. I know you said that you were going to be gone, but I wasn't sure if you were there. I called out a couple of times just in case. But I have one more second to look at your channel. We're a little bit earlier today, and then we're going to go over to Just Jason Keto's channel in a minute. So Butler Family Farm happens to be a member, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're usually here for every stream, especially lately, and they're working on 2,600 subscribers. So this is Jerry and Susan. They bring us 116 acres of homesteading content on their farm. They've got bees coming up in March again. They had that last year. They've got goats, donkeys, cattle, horses, llamas, chickens, and some cats and dogs, but they bring us both indoors and outdoors to join them for adventures, do-it-yourself videos, work in the shop, and they got some shorts here as well. 4,300, 5,100 views and far beyond. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then when we catch them for live streams, we see a lot of StreamYard panels, a chance to get to know them, but we also see that they go to great lengths to introduce us to other creators creators, both in StreamYard panels and by heading out to a lot of meetups with other creators. I've been lucky to catch them live for a few of these where they've introduced us to other creators, literally driving hundreds of miles to get that done. So that's Butler Family Farm, an incredibly over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I hope everybody will connect with these creators. Right now, we're going to go over to Just Jason Keto's channel. I went, not overtime, but just wanted to get every channel on the screen if we could. Please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over there, and I'll come over and join everybody, and we'll get Just Jason Keto's live stream off to the races. He probably just started. I'll leave this running for an extra 3 minutes. You can clean up your connections and conversations here, and then we'll see everybody again soon. Our next stream will be Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.